making more money, meaning how do you show your listener that they can hire you and work with you? So for example, when we have just a whole bunch of interview episodes, I was offering some feedback to one of my clients. My client had me listening to some of his episodes, and I noticed that he didn't have any solo episodes. I noticed that all of his episodes were just interviews. And then I thought to myself, like, he wants to make money. Why isn't he doing solo episodes? And I thought, oh, well, duh, he didn't know. He didn't know how valuable these can be. And it's interesting because solo episodes important and interview episodes is important. I really believe that you shouldn't do all solos and never do an interview because there's benefits to doing the interviews, and I'll share with that in a sec. And I think that you shouldn't do all interviews. I think there's benefits to solos, and I'll share that with you in a sec. So I am here listening to his podcast to offer feedback, and I listened to several episodes in a row, and I'm even scrolling through many episodes that I didn't even listen to. I listened to a bunch of them, and some of them I listened to a whole bunch of times. But as I was going through, I looked, and it seemed like everyone that I noticed had somebody else's name on it. And I thought to myself, and I said to him, I said, hey, what the heck? You want to make money? And you're bringing on all these experts, right? And look at you highlighting these experts and what they're good at, and that your listener could hire them, right? But what about them hiring you? You never talk about that. You never say that. You're never the expert. You never have individual content that comes from you. Original content, I guess, is a better word for it. But you're doing your podcast and you're only highlighting these other cool people, and you're never highlighting yourself. So your listener never really gets to know you. Your listener never really gets to know that you're good at the thing that you say you're good at. And so if they're going to hire anybody, they're going to hire all these other people. And now this client in particular does hypnotism, which is pretty freaking cool. Like, that's something that I'm like, I don't even know if I could get hypnotized, but if what he says he can do actually can be done, that's genius. So I'm listening to all these episodes, and out of a handful of episodes, almost all of them were him interviewing someone else who does hypnotism. And he keeps saying, how could you help somebody? How could you help somebody? Wow. Tell me a good experience tell me a good example of how you helped one of your clients. And so he's highlighting that person over and over and over. And then he just says, tell my listener how they can get a hold of you. He never tells them how they could get a hold of him. And so this entire time he's going through his podcast and he's wondering, why is nobody hiring me? Well, nobody's hiring you because they don't even know what you do. They hear you telling them that these other people are good at what they do. They never hear you telling them that you're good at what you do. So that's why you're making no money on your podcast right now, bruh. Right? Just think about it.